Aquarius, this is your November 2020 love reading. You already have another reading that was body, mind, and soul. This one is strictly for love. Aquarius for November 2020. I'm dropping everything. That's not good. All right, Aquarius, what do we have going on here for love? What do we have for Aquarius, please? Aquarius in love for November. What's going on? It looks like you are a little bit in the space of headaches, not being sure what's going on, feeling like there's some subterfuge, some deceit. Sorry, I'm going to reach up and get these cards here. Things are, I feel like you're not feeling physically that well. Mostly because I think that things are not clear, okay? When we do not have clarity in our lives, it tends to really affect the heck out of us. We get headaches, we get to where we want to close our eyes, and I feel like that's where this guy is. I feel like your intuition might be telling you something as well, and you're seeking clarity. This is you seeking clarity. So I feel like you're a great observer. You're wanting the truth and nothing but the truth. You're taking your time and you're sending all of your birds out to scout and find out what really is going on. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like there's some stuff like that you need to vocalize that you're not talking about, because there's a lot of blue pertaining to the throat chakra. And with his sword being not super visible here, I would say that you have part of the facts, but not all the facts, or someone has part of the facts. Also, the sword behind him is partially visible, but partially not. So I'm still going to say that there's a lot that has to do with you wanting to get more information. You need more to make decisions. This guy's not going to move unless he gets more information. So you could have friends on the lookout for you, checking, double checking, triple checking. You can have other friends, other birds, or casual conversations in which you're really trying to gain a perspective on what's going on. That's kind of what I see for you. I also see that you're not afraid to do you. In a lot of ways, you're unique. I think you're very earth-based, very earthy. You've been there, done that, and gone through a lot, and you want to be individual. You don't want to wear what everybody else wears or be the way everybody else is either, okay? Next one I'm getting is I have the Six of Cups, and this has something to do with reminiscing. So I feel like you or your partner reminiscing about good old times. This could be even if you're married, okay? If you're married or partnered right now, you guys are thinking about the good old times. Somebody is. Somebody's thinking about, wow, we've come a long way in the good old times, and kind of I wish when things were simple and sweet, how they were back then, with a lot of flirty energy. I see that in the pink. You had less restrictions on you, as a lot of us did when we were younger. I feel like you felt like you had a loyalty and that you were very loyal. That made you feel really stable as well, by the way. So you're just a little bit in fantasy mode, kind of thinking about how things used to be. I also feel like you specifically are thinking about a childhood, like your childhood or someone that you grew up with that you had an interest in, whether it was like a really good friendship or a romantic interest. I can't tell quite yet. Well, I'm gonna say romantic. I feel like this was like somebody that you crushed on when you were in school or when you were a kid, younger, when things were simpler, and that now, even if it's only a year or two, that you've grown, you've matured, and you still have that loyalty maybe to a past memory as well. So that's kind of interesting. I don't feel like excuse me, I don't feel like you are in touch with this person necessarily. I do feel like you have someone right now, someone that you're connected to. One of you is possessive and the other one appears here and appears with you, but I still see a little bit of a smirk on this guy's face, which tells me that there might not be an equal amount of I care about you, I want you. and that things are really good between us, and this is like what I want permanently. So I'm going to propose that in the traditional tarot, this is a fork in the road, having to make a decision between one mate or the other. Usually in the old times, it was predicted as somebody younger than you and somebody older. So one of each, and I think that you're going to wind up going with the younger one. If this isn't you, then I think your partner might be having to make a decision. So with that, if the shoe fits, by the way, that's fine. If it does not, don't try wearing it, because there's no point in fitting a story where it doesn't belong, right? Now, I do see you up at night, stressing, thinking things through, unable to sleep. You can get out of bed and you just like go sit quietly by yourself. It could be almost like you're crying at different times. Get out of bed and you just go have a cry. That's fine. You want to be careful that you don't give your mind more power over matter, meaning that you're allowing your thoughts to really kind of affect your state of being, your health, anxiety, panic attacks, and all of that. If you need help, please do get help. I do see that there is like one white bird, and so you can get messages from either camp, like the good camp or the bad camp, in theory, right? And so what I want to propose to you is that maybe you're just paying attention to too much negativity. So start trying to shift that, write down the 9 things that are bothering you, worrying you, keeping you up at night, and see what you can change and attack those and tackle those. The ones that you cannot change or don't belong to you, you're going to have to let them go somehow. Some of you may need some professional help, okay? And there's no shame in that game. On this side, I have the Queen of Cups. Very intuitive, very psychic. This person can get a lot of messages from heaven, from her guides, from spirit. She could also feel a little bit like untouchable, like people don't understand her. But I feel like this person, well, it could be you, it could be someone else. But I feel like this is almost someone that gets you and you're in separation, right? Because these 2 cards are coming out together. So it's almost like you feel like you're being separated from the one that you love, the one you care about. Could be that maybe one went on vacation or one went traveling or one has to go out for work, whatever the case may be. But I feel like you guys haven't seen each other in a minute. So you're getting these divine messages. And there is a really good connection here, but there is also a separation. So I'd like to know more about why, what's going on with the separation with Aquarius. Thank you. So this is a Queen of Wands. It could be being separate, even if you're in the same house. Together, you could be separated by philosophies, by religion, by theories, whatever. And I feel like somebody's going after their business, creating, manifesting what they desire, what they want, making a new business out of like nothing, literally. And it's almost like she's looking at fire dancing in her hands. And I love that image. This is the CEO. This is a creator, being able to really manifest and bring onto earth what she or he wants out of life, including a mate. Romantically, I think that you're going to, right now, start taking care and seeing, okay, I planted all these things. Is it giving me back what I want? Is it giving me rewards that I need? Not just a little bit more in balance. You just want to see if it's fruitful. Is it fruitful? Are these roots going to be able to sustain this plant? And is this plant going to produce that fruit? And is that fruit going to be able to stay on the tree enough because it needs to mature in order to produce, and so on and so forth. So I think that you're looking at all ends of things. You're looking for stability. Again, you're looking for that loyalty. You want that coin. You want someone who's stable, who knows what they want. I don't feel like you're going to be playing games or allow anyone else to play games with you, which is fine, because this creates a lot of stability. So maybe you want your partner to have like a deeper level of commitment with you, or someone from your childhood, or you're wishing how things were when you had just met, or things are new and shiny. You wish that they were like that again. Any of the scenarios can fit. And please do take a moment to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Aquarius and love. Aquarius and love. What's going on here, please? I love this card. Aquarius, I feel like this is you. I feel like you have a new, renewed purity about you, just a love and a calm sense of like who you want to be. You want to simplify things. You don't want things to be so complicated. And that's what you're like hungry for. It's almost like I'm hungry for freedom. I'm hungry for simplicity. I don't want all the commotion that I used to have or I used to go after. You want things to be clear, clean, neat, and transparent. And I think that I'm going to say I feel like you could be involved in animal rescue, or someone that you know that you're interested in is involved in animal rescue. And also you want this person, or you're attracted to people that have a really pure heart, people that love pets, animals, and people that go out of their way to be gentle and loving to children, or folks that are just more delicate and defenseless, I want to say. It's like the defender of the people kind of a vibe. So with that, I feel like you're definitely going to take a chance. That's something that you want to invest in. You're going to start growing even more roots. And I want to just say, even if you're, married or in a relationship, situationship, you want things to be on a different level, to be a little bit more spiritual, a little bit more transparent, a little bit cleaner. I'm getting rid of all the old debris, all the old nonsense that just doesn't become you any longer. That's not part of the story that you want to continue forward with, okay? That's going to help you to want to set down even more roots. I feel like you'll take a journey within yourself. It is a journey of one. It's a time for introspection. And so this card leads me to think it's like, what does the future hold? I feel like even with the lantern right here, the lantern is far away from this person. So you're not taking your old dreams and your old wants or needs, kind of like things that I've done before, or whatever didn't work out. You are looking at the future with new eyes, with a practicality. So in the old version of the tarot, the Rider-Waite, we have traditionally they have the star inside this lamp, and it's used to kind of shed light on the past and what's going on in the past, so that you can bring back those gems into the future and move forward. Basically, that's a principle. But if you look, he's standing on these, sitting on these icebergs, or this very icy terrain. There's a ledge, room once again for one, not two. And it's this path of just, I got to renew with me. I have to know what's good for me. I have to understand where I'm headed in the future, and what and whom do I want in the future. And I feel like, Aquarius, you want a deep, deep partnership. You want something that's emotionally edifying, something emotionally fulfilling. Look at these currents. You want something that is super similar, but if you look carefully, the waters are different in color and therefore different in nature. So you want reciprocity. I can't say that word. I should have to edit that and actually put it up there for you. But anyways, you want someone to reciprocate that level of affection, of love, of tenderness towards you, and have even a similar, because I feel like it's more than just a physical connection that you're wanting. You want somebody who gets you deeply, like on a soul level, Aquarius. So somebody who has a very similar passion. For example, somebody who, if you love NASCAR and you love racing and you're all about the attire and trying to, go to all the races and whatever your gig is, or know all the history of it, that's going to be your thing. And you want someone who can relate to that in some capacity, okay? So whatever your passion or your thrill is, that's what you're seeking. And that's why I feel like you're going to decide to move on. And what are you moving on? You're moving on to calmer waters, things that make you feel peaceful. You're moving away from confusion, from turbulence. Look at these 3 birds leaving. It could be even 3 people in your life that made you feel kind of like rocky, didn't have your back, made you question things. Any of those things that really weren't helpful. I feel like you're going to travel light in order to simplify your own life, simplify yourself. But you are being divinely guided. You have 3 friends, 3 leaders. It could be co-workers. It could be anyone. I'm going to say 2.5 because 1 bird is kind of like a little bit cut out there. But at least 2 people, and then a 3rd one that's, helping out a little bit. But 3 people that are going to be able to lead you in a direction that's going to help you. That's going to help you manifest exactly what you want. And what do you want? What does everybody want? We want to feel that closeness, that stability, that homey feeling. In some ways, that the Leave It to Beaver ideal. Once upon a time, whatever. It makes you want to feel like cookies being baked or nice warm scented candles and an inviting space to be. It doesn't matter if this is a traditional home or if this is a poly family or if this is whatever the case may be. You just want that welcome feeling, and that stability, the ability to kind of look around and look at the different stages in life and enjoy them all. Enjoy your own stage in life while other people are enjoying their other different stages. I feel like you want that. Loyalty is paramount. Super important to have loyalty in your life at this point, but also being true to you. And now the interesting part is I see all these like kerosene lamps, and they're a little bit bedazzled by what I fancy to be pearls, maybe, I don't know, but and you have some sacred geometry going on there, so that might factor into your personal story. I like it overall. I think that you're finding what connects you to that stability, and it's something that's just very clean and pure and calm, and not something that I think you've pursued in the past. Just putting it out there. So if this story resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe. Again, I would appreciate that. Please leave me comments on any contact Aquarius content that you would like covered in the future. Right now you're in the manifesting mode, so I do see you making a lot of decisions, a lot of choices, but you can actually manifest what you want. This is the ability to bring onto earth whatever your mind and your heart desires with a focus. So if you focus, you can manifest now what you want. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe you're, praying or lighting candles and whatever, getting really centered about things and getting really clear about what backs you up as a person, as a human being, as somebody who contributes to this world of ours. And I think you're really doing away with people that don't make you feel supported right now. And I think that's great. So I think you're looking for justice in a lot of ways. It could be you're involved in litigation or law, something like that. But also just having a justice of balance in your life. A justice of I get to be authentic and people get to support me. And if that's not the story, then I can balance this out on the scales and I can cut them off. And I can make new friends or adopt new families or whatever case may be, or talk it out, in order to bring about this balance into being. You're willing to be open and honest, and even at the risk of like cutting yourself, because this sword, that's so awkward. This sword here, whatever, is it cuts both ways. And so in your effort for justice, you're not afraid to look at the past and even get cut yourself if need be. Okay, so any last love messages, please? I think you're in pursuit of happiness again. Yeah, a lot of messages coming at high speed when you least expect it. You feel like everything's like a push, but then at the very last minute things take off. It's almost like it's on a warp speed. Things are going super fast, and it could be love messages. It could be a lot of people like wanting to flirt with you. I don't feel like it's happening this minute, but that for sure is coming, like right around the corner. Also, I have the High Priestess right here, and this is like she who knows. So this is in the traditional tarot, just like the fantasy person that you want in your mind. They're almost not even real. They are just kind of a creature of mythology, almost. So messages can be coming from every place you can think of. You could be getting texts, you can be getting emails or people in your DMs, anything like that. Very fiery, passionate in nature. I see some that are very clear-minded about what they want, who they want, and that, Aquarius, is you. I also see people being a little bit obsessive and controlling, wanting to control you. So be careful, because you're going to have a lot of different people, different personalities coming through, wanting your attention, even if you're committed right now. So this could be somebody who wants to kind of play with your head, manipulate you. Feel like you've been there, done that with this type of person before. If it's not even the exact person, you've been there. Why visit? When they say you can't step in the same river twice. And in this case, you certainly don't want to, okay? So here's your dream. Hang on to your dream, what you really want. Feel like it is elevated. There's a lot of, the stars very bright here. There's a lot of hope. This is also a lot of healing. So give yourself time to heal and think things through. And whatever decisions you make, I feel like they're going to be the right thing for you. They may be a little bit rough initially. Even if you decide, hey, we need to pursue and move forward with like therapy or a counselor or whatever, Aquarius, I think that you got this. So yeah, you're on a high position, a great stance, and people want what you have. Let's not kid ourselves. We all want Aquarius and what they have. So that puts you in good standing. But with that, Aquarius, much love to you. I hope that things go well, and let me know what you think. Thanks. Namaste.